Hello, welcome back to my channel. Antoinette here, carrying on with the hashtag spooky season tags on my playlist. This one is the hashtag trick or treat decks from Afton With A Zed. I will link to video below, and this is a set of 15 prompts to show 15 decks because we all love to see a little bit of eye candy this time of year. Without much further ado, prompt number 1, the trick, a deck that always seems a bit mischievous. It's this one. This is the mischievous deck. This is the one that always tells me, it gives me the same cards to the answer that or to the question that I ask. So for the answer, it gives me cards that say the same thing. If I want to know how to build a better love relationship, it'll give me the Lover's card and the Two of Cups or something daft like that. If I ask it how I can be more balanced, it'll give me Temperance. Yes. That might be because it doesn't like my questions, but other times it will read in a very similar vein and it will read just as sarcastically as I do. So I think it's just, many people say this is a very sarcastic deck, so hence the reason I'm using it as mischievous, because I think sarcasm can be completely mischievous, and I think this one is it. Prompt number 2, the treat, a deck I gorge on once a year. I think it's this one. I can't remember if I've used this throughout the year or not, but I think it's this one from Duck Soup, the Trick or Tarot. Mainly because it is exactly that. It is very Halloween inspired. I love the imagery, and I think it is quite specific to the energies of this time of year for me. I don't know. I mean, yeah, I could use this any time of year, but I think I hold this one back for this time of year. I think this is like my treat deck for this time of year, because it's, you know, it's like waiting for something good to happen. So if you have a favorite deck, because this is a very dear, very favorite deck of mine, if you have a favorite deck and then you kind of build up to that climax and you know it's coming, it just somehow makes it all the more fun to grab and use. But it's, you know, it would be like the entire month, she says, although I haven't actually used it for the month yet. I was doing something a bit different this year, so yeah, this one. This deck, my gorge. Prompt number 3, the bat, a deck that flies over my head. This one, Dominic Murphy, phenomenal artist. Can't read with it, but just look. I mean, got to do that because there's lots of nudity in his cards. But this one. So yeah, this bit, fine, not a problem. We can read these. It's when we get to the rest of the deck that it becomes a bit of an issue for reading. So it's just the way they're numbered that it's completely over me. So I could use it as a mage's. Oh, there we go. Look at that card, isn't that gorgeous? I should have put this in my 22 mages favourites. I need to go back and refilm that now, immediately, right away. No, I'm kidding, it's already out, I can't. Tower of Babylon. That for a star. So yeah, this deck, Judgment. And then it's just, if you see how it's labelled, 0A, 1A, 2A, 3A, 4A, Trismegistus, but I haven't got a clue what 4A is actually linking to. 5A, Cancer, like. So yeah, there's that one. Prompt number 4, the crystal ball, the deck that always reveals something from the mist. We're going with the mass market edition here. There's actually a lot in the guidebook with this, so it does a great past life reading or investigation reading, especially when you pull the book in to read with it. I don't know how people write books, but sometimes the wisdom that goes in the book is so pertinent to what you're reading at that moment in time. It's like, how did you do that? What magic were you using? But yeah, this is a good one for kind of going a bit deeper, calling something out for yourself. So that is prompt number 4. Prompt number 5, the spider's web, a deck that ensnares you in the tail it spins. So the prompt then ensnares me in the tail, it spins. The Fallen Angels Oracle from Nigel Suckling. We have the word here, we have keyword and we have number. Do I understand what this word means? No, not really. Is it in the book? Yes, it absolutely is. The tale that it spins is in the book. So it is linked to Solomon's Seal, it is linked to the elements, and each card, oh, hang on, not that one. Each card has an element, a planet, a message, and then it has a deeper meaning. And there's also the card motto, which is the revelation. So so this is the card motto. And this is the name of the fallen angel, I presume, because I don't actually know the names of the fallen angels, but I presume this is the name of the fallen angel. I did know 4 years ago or so when I got this deck, but it doesn't hit my shelf very often anymore because I kind of fell in love with Liz Vampires and I started using that a lot. But this one actually is quite good for more the lighter half of the year work, really. It's not one that I pull out for this time of year, but just getting into it, and when you start working with it and spending time with it, reading in deeper with the elements and everything else, it just takes me in a different place. So then I have to sit and spend time with it, layering it up with some cards as well, with some tarot cards. The kind of extra depth to these cards for me just gives that moment where you have to pause, you can't move on, you really do have to stop and watch, look, read, see what's going on. So this would be my Spider's Web deck. This one is the Potion, a deck that's not super appetizing, but you know it works. I mean, I don't know. What's your perspective on super appetizing? Why have I put this down as not super appetizing? Because it's a pip deck, and we seem to have a lot of people in the community that don't like pip decks. So hence the reason I'm calling it not super appetizing, just based on that. So yes, I'm being a bit biased. The majors obviously are illustrated, but for the most part pips are just numbers. But it works. So I was really, really happy when I found this deck and was able to get it. And the fact that it's pocket size, even better. So that is the Samarami Tarot. Okay, this is the Cauldron, a deck that makes me feel like I'm brewing something witchy. We're going with the Samhain Oracle. Many of you know this is a big favourite. So this one makes me feel like I'm brewing something witchy. The other one is the Candle in the, or Candle of the Witches, sorry, Oracle of the Witches candle. I'll get there, I will get there. That one is the other one that also makes me feel very witchy when I get it out. I think it's something with all the red gilding candy on the sides of these that definitely helps, and the darker aesthetic in the backs and things. So this is my Cauldron. So there we go. Okay, the jack-o'-lantern, just for funsies, I'm going to put this one down. I don't really have a deck for this. I don't have an answer per se, but this is, I can't find it now. This is the deck that makes me want to divine by candlelight. I wouldn't divine by candlelight in case I scared myself. I am such a wimp. So I just thought maybe the Ghastly Lenormand would be a reasonable card to put down for this, because it's got nice white borders, it's set in a graveyard, it's just got solid symbols. There's nothing else really too much about this deck that is going to cause me many problems. Lenormand's a Lenormand at the end of the day. So I thought perhaps this one. This is from Andrea Asti website. So that's my theoretical deck I might divine by candlelight with, but I wouldn't. I'd light a candle, but I'd also have the light on in the room. We don't need things going bump in the night. Okay, so this one's actually for the Black Cat, the deck that lurks around the edges of my collection, for which I've pulled out the jack-o'-lantern. I don't know what to say. It's a beautiful deck. It is probably a gorge deck, like a seasonal deck, although this one, I feel like the images are so good, you could use it any time of year, but that's where the intentions for the deck sit for me. It kind of holds there. It just sits waiting. It's like the allspice on the shelf in the kitchen. It's waiting to be used, waiting to be pulled, waiting to be picked, sitting proudly. And for whatever reason, it doesn't get taken off the shelf. Certainly not as often as it ought to, or in the season that, like right now. Interesting. The other thing that's interesting about this deck is with all the oranges in it, it actually makes me think of summertime. So I would use this in summer because of its colouring and all the greenery. So yeah, this one's going to be my black cat. Okay, so a deck that casts shadows in its wake, which the prompt for this is the moon. I'm going to pull the Gallery of Hallucinations Oracle. Because why not? So when I say cast shadows, or when I talk about this one, cast shadows, I feel like because although it's got the keywords, I need to go look them up. So there's sometimes a bit of shadow, a bit of doubt over what the keyword is telling me, unless the reading that goes with it has been a good, strong reading. If the reading's not strong, then I need to go look up the deck. So for me, that's a shadow of doubt. I'm doubting what I'm seeing. I need to go and review it. And there's also for me a lot of moons in this deck, or like night-esque. It has a shadow feel to it in its creation. It's on that make playing card kind of cardstocks, quite slippery, but you know what that means. It shuffles well. Look at that beautiful bright card to end on. So we'll end on that one for the moon. Prompt number 11, the Broomstick, a deck that whisks you away to another place. A deck that whisks me away. Let's see now. So yes, it's this one. This one whisks me away to another place, as in different time, different era, different period, different art, different views. So the Monsters of the Macabre and Autumn Scenes, coming up on Kickstarter on the 31st of October 2025. Go get yourselves on that list. It will sell out immediately. I know it will. It will hit its goal before it's even gone live. So this one. I just love the way the collage has been done on this. She does have other decks actually. I should look at the other decks. Some of them look really interesting. But this is the one that is the most attractive to me in her shop. Attic Cartomancy, I think is the shop name, website. So yeah, whisks me away to another place, another time. The spell book, the deck with the most enchanting guidebook. So I can't not put this here. It has to be because it's the most enchanting because it's full of spells. So Oracle of the Witches Candle from Libra Moon Ink. Yep. This is the red edition. So 500 of the red edition created. It's on linen cardstock. It's just lovely. It's obviously medieval. So from a deck perspective, it's really good. I've enjoyed working with this one. Worked with it for 2 months recently. Wouldn't take it off my table. Just wanted to stay. Had its perfect pair. If you want to know about that, you have to go and watch my wrap-up video for September. You can see what it was being paired with. But the messages were really good. So it's this one. But why is the guidebook so special? You may ask. You can ask yourself, look at this. It's leather bound. Look at the gold foiling. Just go to the back a second. So that's the creator, Caroline. There's an app as well that you can use to work alongside these decks, most of her decks. Everything's kind of astrology based, but look at this. It's based on candle magic. And you have a little kind of spell that you can do as well if you want with the lunar affirmation. That's why I think this is perhaps the most enchanting guidebook. You can be an enchantress with your candles. You've got your candles, and your candles are on the cards as well. So every card that you pull has a candle on the card that links to the element and the colour of the candle in which you want to work with. So I think this is the book that's the most enchanting from a deck perspective. So this is the Vampire, a deck that transformed my very being. No, not really, but it transforms somebody. Vampires are transformations. It's a really great deck. I love the brightness, the colours, nicely executed. I don't have too many complaints about this deck. I'm not sure I have any actually. I'll say too many. I don't think I have any. I mean, maybe it'd be nice if they started gilding things, but it's not a be-all and end-all. I like the neon aspects of this. I've said it before in a couple of my videos. I do like the neon aspects. I like the slight different perspectives and takes on the cards. I like the darkness that's there as well. It does come with a guidebook. I haven't read the guidebook, so I have no idea if that's going to change my perspective or my being. Yeah. Isn't that great? Vampire on the... So this would be that one. I just thought, yeah, if I'm going to do a vampire prompt, I got to pull a vampire deck. And it had to be something different to everyone else's. Okay, we're on to the Haunted House Prompt 14, the deck that scares me with how scarily accurate it can be. The Halloween Tarot, because everyone talks about this as a gimmicky, fun deck. I think we've all learned by now that gimmicky and fun doesn't mean that it beats around the bush. It's going to tell you the truth. So I just put this one down. This, for many, you will know it's my year-round travel deck. So this one being perhaps the most gimmicky deck I own, despite the trick or tarot deck, this is one I use all year round. This one doesn't just sit waiting for Halloween. I just love it. I love the size, the cardstock, the way it feels in the hands, the way it shuffles, the colours, the fun imagery, the renamed decks. It's just so me. So yeah, I really enjoy pulling this deck and reading for people. Could have put other decks down here, but yeah, I think it's got to be, isn't it? It's got to be this one. And your little devils and your bats and your pumpkins and your ghosts. But yeah, great hermit. So I shall leave that one there. How scarily accurate it can be. Right, last prompt. Final prompt, prompt number 15, the tombstone, the deck you would take with you to the grave. I pulled this one, the Bone Stone Earth Flesh Tarot, because, just because, actually. This is my deck. I'm very possessive over it. And this is the indie version, of course. We now have the mass market version coming out. I'm not too sure if I want the mass market version now that I've seen what they've done to the titles, because I really rather prefer the titles on this one to what they've done to the other one. And it's got like this weird white scroll or banner just sat floating in the middle of the card. Like, why? Why did you do that? Could we not have toned it down a bit in colour notch? Anyways, we'll see. Does it mean I'm not going to get it? No, it just means I'm in no rush to get it. I'm not on a pre-order list. I'm not in a rush to go get that deck until I'm comfortable with the fact that they've done that to the, yeah. My stroppy moment over. This deck, yeah, this one I would. It wasn't cheap. It was my first like really, really expensive indie deck when it became available. I missed the first order, so I was able to get onto the second order whilst it was in production on the wait list, and paid significantly more than other people did for theirs, despite a lot of moaning. I was just really grateful to get it. So I like this deck a lot. It's been blessed, it's been treated, it's been everything I need to do to keep it for me. There's something about Anna Turian's artwork in this that is Yeah, really, really cool. I mean, look at that for a Hierophant. The wisdom in that person. The markings on their body. It's just really evocative. These cards are really, really evocative. And I can't wait to see what comes of the Oracle to go with, actually. I just hope that the banners don't match the other deck. Or that maybe the company producing it will revise those banners. I'm not saying put the leaves on, but can we do something about the banner being up in the middle and bright white? Please? Pretty please? With sugar on top and sprinkles. Put that onto the world. But yeah. This one. This is a deck that would come with me. I've used it occasionally for people to read with. It reads for other people quite nicely, but I don't like using it for other people. This is my energy, my imbued deck for me. I only pull it for other people if I'm feeling connected to this deck in order to read for them, if that makes sense. And I'm using the word read for them now in a very loose term because it's been so long since I've really read for people. I used to do a lot of readings for people. I used to do a lot of quite quick 2-minute, 3-minute readings online as well, in various groups. But it's been so long now that you start to doubt your connection with your cards and your ability to read in the moment for people, because it's become such a closed, personalized practice now that you have to be careful not to enforce your personal world views on the cards when you read to somebody else. It's quite a skill to not do that to people, not talk at people, and to tap into what's really the underlying issues. So this deck endeth prompt number 15. What decks made it to your prompts? Were there any from my collection that made it to your prompts? Do you have any in my collection? I know a few of you have this one. And what were your thoughts and feelings on the ones that I did pull? I'd be interested to know. And remember to use the tags appropriately. Pop along to see Afton With A Zed. And until the next one, take care. Bye bye.